Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a what I eat in a day in the life. I'm going to be just taking you along on my day today, showing you my meals that I eat on a low carb diet. Today is December 20th. I have a whole lot to do in the next 4 days before the holiday, before family comes up to spend Christmas with us. I just spent the past 5 days with my grandsons. They came up for 5 days and it was a blast. I spent the entire day yesterday just cleaning and getting the house back in order. And today I am doing some baking and some just meal prep for the holiday. I also have to go Christmas shopping. I'm almost done with my Christmas shopping. I just have to get some like stocking stuffer things. So I'm gonna be going to Walmart, and I'm also gonna be going to Ben Franklin's. If you've never heard of Ben Franklin's, I'll show you around in there when I get there. It's a very interesting store, a lot of different variety of things. So I'm gonna go in there to see if I can find some really good stocking stuffers for the kids. Our family is coming up here to spend Christmas. It's the first time ever that we will be spending Christmas up here at the lake, and I am super excited to have everyone here. I have plans to make prime rib roast on Christmas Eve. I bought one at Aldi. It was on sale for $7.99 a pound. I bought a really big one. I also have a turkey breast from Butcher Box that they sent me back over before Thanksgiving. And so I'm gonna thaw that. I'm gonna have turkey breast and prime rib roast for Christmas Eve dinner, and I'm looking so forward to it. Today I'm gonna be making a cheesecake for you all. I only make it like twice a year. I usually make it for Easter, and then I make it for Christmas. Last night I made some fudge and some peppermint bark, and I'm gonna insert a little clip of that here in just a few minutes. Right now, I am warming up some water in my tea kettle over here. I don't know if you heard that roaring a minute ago. Going Christmas shopping here in just a few minutes, and I'm gonna be taking my little to-go thermos with me with hot chocolate, and I'm gonna show you how I make it. So I take chocolate element. I also love the chocolate caramel and the chocolate chai. They're delicious. The mint chocolate is pretty good too. And so all I do is I pour a whole packet of the chocolate element, that's what I'm going with today, into my thermos. I think this might be like a 15-ounce thermos, somewhere around there. And I have my water heated up here, and I'm gonna fill this pretty full because I'm gonna be out shopping for a while today. And I'll show you here, pretty full, right? And I'm gonna give this a nice little stir and let the element dissolve. So Element is an electrolyte drink mix that I have been using for 3 years now. It has been a tool that I have used on my low carb journey that has helped me to eliminate muscle cramps, headaches, fatigue, all the things that go along with losing electrolytes. When you eat low carb, your body flushes water. When you flush water, you lose electrolytes too. So I use Element to help replace my electrolytes so that I can eliminate all of those issues that come along with that. I also like to put a little splash of heavy cream in here. It makes it a little more decadent and creamy. So right now, Element has an offer for my viewers. If you go to the link that is right here on the screen at drinkelement.com/low carb revelation, go over to Element's website and make a purchase of anything on the website right now. In the wintertime, I highly recommend the chocolate medley. There are 3 different flavors in the box. It is a seasonal product. You can only get them this time of year. So I recommend trying that while it's available. Make a purchase on the website. Element will send you a free sample pack like this with your order with 8 different flavors that you can sample, or you can give this to a friend. It's the season of giving. This would be a great stocking stuffer product. To go ahead and get my boots on. It is snowing outside. It's actually a perfect day to go Christmas shopping. I love Christmas shopping down the streets of Tawas in the snow. It's gonna be great. So I'll see you in a few. I wanted to show you the snow out here. And also we have 2 big, I don't know if you can see them, woodpeckers on the tree. The pileated woodpeckers eating that beef fat that I put out there for them. I'm gonna have to refill it because it's almost gone, but I love watching the birds eating the fat. My grandkids loved watching them while they were here too. They never saw such big birds and they were really excited about it. I usually make fudge at Christmas time, and that's usually about it. I tend to overindulge in things like this, so I only make it for Christmas because we have family around and you know, they help eat it up. It's really good. These are all sugar-free. The first thing that I'm gonna be working on is some bark. I like mint and chocolate together, kind of like those little Andes mints. Last night I melted some Chalk Zero mint chocolate chips and I spread them out in this little pan. Then I put this in the refrigerator so that it could set. And then this morning I heated up 1 cup of sugar-free chocolate chips, just milk chocolate. And I'm gonna pour this right on top of this mint chocolate. I'm just gonna spread this out in a thin layer over the mint chocolate. And you can let some of the edges show. It's just gonna be a thin layer like that. And instead of crushed candy canes, I don't have any sugar-free candy canes. So I'm gonna be using these sugar-free sprinkles. I got these on Amazon, just to give it a little festive look. You don't need to put these on, but since it's Christmas, I just want it to look a little more festive. This is gonna go in the refrigerator until the top layer hardens. And once it hardens, I'll take it out of the refrigerator, pop it out of this tray, and then just break it up in little pieces, and we will have some mint bark. Last night, I also made my chocolate fudge. Look at that. Let me cut a piece of this. So this is about the size that I cut these into, about a 1.5 inch cube. And I'm going to cut this up and put it in a little container. I also made some of my favorite peanut butter fudge. As you can see, I already took some out. I wanted to sample it. This one is my favorite. And this is super easy to make. You can make this in the microwave. I will put the recipe for this fudge, the peanut butter fudge, and my chocolate fudge down below in the description under this video, where you can go and click on it and go right over to my website and get these. This was super easy to make. I don't have a recipe for this. All it is melting chocolate chips, spreading them in a pan, letting them harden, and you get some bark. So that's pretty easy. I used mint on the bottom, milk chocolate on the top, and then sugar-free sprinkles. As you can see, I made little small containers so that we don't have an overabundance of sweets. We're gonna have just enough for everybody to just have some little squares here and there. Also today, I'm gonna be making a cheesecake. It's gonna be a sugar-free cheesecake, and I'm gonna show you how I make that in a little while. And that's gonna be our desserts for Christmas with family. We're gonna have some fudge, some chocolate, and some cheesecake. I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff cut up and put in containers, and I'll see you soon. Fudge is cut up and all ready to go in the refrigerator. I like to put layers of parchment in between these so they don't stick together. I also like to cut them in different sizes, have a couple of really small pieces and a little bit bigger pieces, just in case somebody thinks it's too rich or they just want a little taste. And so that's all good to go. All right, so I am putting away the bark, the mint bark. This is what it looks like. Check it out. I just cut these into little pieces and put them in parchment. This parchment is air fryer parchment. That's why it has holes in it. It doesn't fit my air fryer, so I am just using it up. And I think it's great for this. So I'm just gonna stack these up in here and put them in the refrigerator. They look really good. You all, I just came out here to let Sapphira out. And she just loves the snow. What? What? Look how beautiful it is out here right now. Snowing. She's just having a blast. It's like a winter wonderland out here. So I had a little scare. I came out here to let her out, and I went back in the house to grab my phone because, look at her, she's having so much fun. I went back in the house to grab my phone because I wanted to film the snow, and I was locked out of the house. And Ed's not here. He's downstate. He's 3 hours away. I panicked. So I'm the only one up here right now. Like there's no neighbors or anything. And so I went around, and of course I have all the doors locked except for one. There was one door unlocked and I was able to get in. But I was panicking because, oh my goodness, what if I got locked out right now? I didn't have my phone because at that moment I was trying to go in to get my phone. And yeah, I would have been like out here with no coat and no phone, no keys. That would have been very, very scary. So anyways, I'm going to let her go potty, and then I'm going to head to Tawas to do a little Christmas shopping, and I'll take you along with me. I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm not hungry, so I'm going to wait a while and we'll see what happens. I'll see you soon. Too many people out here shopping today. Just pretty much me. There's a few other people, but I was the only one in that store besides the people working. And now I'm going to head over to Walmart. All right, I was having technical difficulties with this portion of the video. I had my phone plugged into the radio and it did not pick up the sound. So I will tell you what's going on here. I found out on Facebook that the local butcher that we go to had a special on ground beef. We were running low on ground beef, so I went there and picked up 20 pounds of ground beef for $4.79 a pound, fresh, local, grass-fed beef, vacuum sealed, and I also got 5 pounds of bacon that was in-house smoked. So that's what this video portion was about. Just wanted to come on here and explain it. All right, so it is 2 o'clock and I am so hungry. I just got home. I have all my groceries right here on the floor that I have to put away, but I'm gonna eat first. I have 3 scrambled eggs with just salt. I scrambled these in butter, and I have 3 pieces of beef bacon. This is bacon that we get from a local butcher. They make it out of brisket. They smoke it, they season it. It's so delicious. It's almost like, when you air fry it, it's almost like a jerky, and it's delicious. So I'm gonna have this, and I have a sparkling water over here that I'm gonna have. So I'm gonna eat, get my groceries put away, and I'll be back to make that cheesecake. The first thing that I'm gonna do is make my crust. In this bowl, I have 3/4 cup of almond flour, 1 egg, some cinnamon, and a little bit of monk fruit sweetener. And I'm just gonna mix this together real quick before I add the butter. The full recipe for this will be linked down below. It is my New York style cheesecake. And I'm gonna put this butter in here. This is my 9-inch springform pan. I've already rubbed butter all inside of here so that it is non-stick. And I'm going to add my crust to the bottom. If you like to have a crust all the way up the sides of the cheesecake, you can double this, but I prefer to have like a bottom crust and then have just the cheesecake on the sides. It's all preference, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all smushed down here into the bottom of this. If you are wondering why Sapphira is behind this gate behind me, my bird is out right now. Nana is out here. She's over actually on top of her cage, but Sapphira likes to chase her. And I wanna make sure that she's safe right now while I'm busy with this. So the cat's actually sleeping in my bedroom right now. So I like to try to get Nana out at least once a day for an hour or so she can kind of fly around and just be free. And so I have been letting her out into the living room area. And when I do that, I put Sapphira behind the wooden gate just to make sure that she is safe. I've had a few people ask me, how do you deal with the poop, the bird poop? And I know I'm cooking and talking about bird poop, but really, she is really good about just going in her cage. She has only gone in a few little spots when she's not been in her cage. She's really good about waiting until I put her back in there to do her business. So it hasn't really been an issue with us for her flying around. So I'm gonna put this in the oven. It's preheated right now, 350 degrees, and I'm gonna let this bake while I make the filling. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and set up for my filling. I'll be right back. I have 3 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese. I'm using full fat. I have 3 eggs. I have 1 cup of monk fruit sweetener, some vanilla extract, and some sour cream. And I am going to turn this on and let this beat until nice and creamy. And then as soon as my crust is done, I'm gonna pour this into the crust and finish baking it in the oven. The full recipe with the measurements will be down below under this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and whisk this up and I'll be back. All right, so I have my crust here. It has cooled down for the most part. I have it on a baking sheet because I just like to bake it on a baking sheet once I put the filling in, and this fills it up pretty full. So I'm gonna go ahead, this is my cheesecake filling, sorry. I'm gonna pour this in. The crust smells so good. Christmas Eve when we eat this, I'm gonna make a raspberry topping. I'm gonna take frozen raspberries and a little monk fruit, and I'm gonna simmer it on the stove and make just a raspberry sauce. And that's gonna go on top. So the oven was on 350 to bake the crust. You're gonna bring the temperature of the oven down to 325. You're gonna put this in the oven for 50 minutes, 50. You're gonna set a timer. Then you're gonna shut the oven off, leave it in the oven for 30 minutes. It'll help bring it to a cooler temperature slowly, so that helps prevent cracking. Then you're gonna take it out of the oven, put it on the counter for about an hour. Then you're gonna put it in the refrigerator for at least 8 hours. When it's all done, I'll be back to show you what it looks like. I wanna take a couple of minutes to talk to you about a challenge that I have coming up for the month of January over in my Patreon group. We are gonna be doing a 21-day reboot. And what we're gonna be doing is a pantry clean out. We're gonna be getting rid of all the junk from the holidays. We are gonna be getting rid of any ultra processed packaged foods. We are gonna stick to a whole 1 ingredient, low carb menu for the whole 21 days, eat super clean and eliminate all the sugar, processed junk, everything else that has creeped in over the holidays. So if you wanna do that with us, go down below this video to the Patreon link. Click on the link, go over there and join. You pay $10 for 1 month, and you can cancel after the 1 month if you want to, or you can keep going. It's a really great group over there. We do 2 Zoom calls every month as a group, and we just have a lot of fun. I plan on coming on every day with a motivational video, and we are also going to have a daily task that we need to do. It's gonna be something very easy. The tasks are gonna be a lot about self-care and also learning to listen to your body, your hunger, your fullness cues, that kind of thing. So I'm really excited about it. I'll be back in just a little bit. So it's starting to get dark in here. It is 5 o'clock. My cheesecake is in the oven. I am getting ready to make a little dinner. I'm gonna have a small dinner tonight. It's just me here. I'm not gonna do any cooking. I ate my breakfast at 2 o'clock. I'm not super hungry, but I do wanna eat a little something. I have some grilled chicken breast in the refrigerator that I made a couple days ago for my grandsons when they were here. And I'm gonna warm that up and have 2 grilled chicken breasts. They're the thin sliced chicken breasts, so really 2 of them is like 1 big chicken breast. And I'm gonna have a side of cottage cheese. I have some Good Culture cottage cheese. I really like that cottage cheese. It's low in carb, it's nice and creamy. And I'm gonna sprinkle some everything bagel seasoning on top of the cottage cheese. I am still waiting for the cheesecake to be done. As soon as it's done, I will come back to show you what it looks like when it is done. Hopefully it doesn't crack. We'll see. All right, so far so good. It has been 50 minutes. I turned off the oven. I'm gonna close this up and let it sit in here for 30 minutes. All right, there's my cheesecake. It cracked. That's okay. I'm gonna be making a raspberry sauce to put over the top of this, and it's gonna fill the entire top of the cake. I'm gonna put this is gonna sit here on the counter for an hour, and then tonight it's gonna go into the refrigerator and it's going to sit in there until Christmas Eve. I'll make the raspberry sauce the day of, and it's going to be delicious. This kind of cake, this is very moist. It's a very good cheesecake. All right, I thought it would be appropriate to stand in front of the Christmas tree to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I don't believe I'm gonna be making any more videos for the next few days. We're gonna be having company and it's just gonna be crazy. So I think this is gonna be it. So I just wanted to take the time to let you all know that I appreciate you all very much. Have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you really soon. God bless.